Hello, hi, and welcome. Today I'm gonna analyze and give my own thoughts to this beauty, John Steinbeck, The Pearl. This beauty explores the themes of greed, ambition, and corruption. When I was reading it, I was like, "Oh gosh!" And I deep inside me, I knew where this was going because I read of Mice and Men. So when I was reading it, I like long ago. I was like, "Oh gosh." Now it's this. I was like, "Oh gosh, I know where this ends. I know that Steinbeck won't let them live." And yes, spoiler alert. Tito, the poor infant, died, and another significant theme explored in the novella is the struggle between the individual and oppressive systems. When Kino went to town and to sell his pearl, he was straight down humiliated by others and brought down by the oppressive system he was in. Kino and his family belonged to an impoverished indigenous community, which is marginalized and oppressed by dominant colonial society. The pearl, initially seen as the source of hope and liberation, ultimately reveals the harsh reality of their situation. Kino's attempts to sell the pearl at a fair price was brought down by corrupted traders, and he becomes a target for violence and manipulation. Manipulation. And they casted the pearl far away in the ocean because it was evil. One of the central themes of the pearl is the destructive nature of greed. One quote that I love, wait a second, the pearl that literally proves my point is, for it said that humans are never satisfied, that you give him one thing and they want something more, aka the narrator in the book said it, and it clicked, it clicked, I was like, oh yes, this is about greed, I know. And Kino's ambition, what was his great downfall, to cut it short. Though being ambitious is never wrong, in this case it was because the structure he was in, he was poor, he was in the colonizer society. The structure never allowed him to live having the same rights as someone else, the hierarchy and everything. He wanted to give his child Tito a great life, to study, to get him out of the box he was born in. And Steinbeck also highlights the themes of corruption and dehumanizing effects of wealth. As Kino's fortune changes, he encounters various individuals who seek to exploit him. And one quote that also the quote says, "Luck, you see, brings better friends," the narrator again. And it was the case because it not only the village wanted to exploit him, but also the doctor. There are many people that tried to break in his hut and exploit him and steal the pearl, even though it was quote unquote valueless, that doesn't have any value by those who buy it, because it was once, like max value was like 1,500 pesos, which is nothing. The Pearl, the novella, aka, it also delves into the themes of loss of innocence. And Kino's pursuit of the pearl exposes him to the dark and underbelly of human nature, and witnesses the depths of which people will think to satisfy their own desires. Steinbeck suggests by this novella then that even the most innocent and pure-hearted individuals are not immune to its influence of evil, of manipulation, of just wrong. In terms of literally style, I loved it. I fell in love with it. Okay, like, you know, the music of evil, the music of the family, you know, the connection with music and us humans. It just, I loved it. He has some like literally exercises, like literally shows off his vivid imagery and rich symbolism to enhance the narrative, which is what made me stick through the bitter end. And the pearl itself is a potent symbol of hope, wealth, and temptation, while the ocean represents both the provider and the destroyer. Steinbeck prose to capture the harsh realities of life in the fishing village and intense emotion experienced by the characters. Like Joanna was lost, and Kinos was lost, and Kiyotito's death at the end. I'm sorry for spoiling, but like, why? And there is a huge contrast that Steinbeck also puts on the table, that the difference between animals and humans. We humans are ambitious. We want more. We seek more, while animals just stay where they are and just live their life. Like in this quote by Kino, "I'm a man, not an animal. I have a right to what I have earned." That's when he got like almost scammed and everything. The pearl, not the novella The Pearl, but the pearl in the story, is some form of escapism, like hopeful escapism. Like Kino viewed it as some sort of light out, like easy way out of the system and everything, which is not the case. And there's also more motives in the story, even though it was so short. It had a great deal of motives, like greed and ambition, hope and escape, protection and survival of the fittest, maybe, like, you know, you gotta be strong to actually get through life, love and sacrifice, justice and dignity, corruption and power, and loss and desperation. I recommend this novella to anyone who loves such things, philosophy, psychology, most importantly. I'm a person of both. I wouldn't recommend it to small children, though. I wouldn't. I don't want to crush the ambitions when they see it, you know. Maybe like teens, or teens who are interested in such things. That was everything I've disclosed. I literally just brainstormed through this whole video, and thanks to my laptop and everything, I have no sign written in it. If there is anything that I missed, please comment down below, and if there is anything that you want to criticize, please comment down below. Is there anything other than that? Comment down below. Yeah. So yeah. Bye. See you through the next video or vocabulary analysis. I need to begin with this. So bye.